inanipelekanga Shakamunaka kadogo. Kitu ya kwanza, tuko Kenya na dialogue. Kama dialogue itakuwa, hatutaki mwanasiasa yeyote aongoze dialogue. Why am I talking like this? Dialogue is for the youth of this country. We are trying to shape Kizungu. Tunajaribu kunyorosha hii nchi venye inafaa. In fact, you have a future. Uko na watoto, uko na wengine wanakuja. Kama itakuwa dialogue ni ya wanasiasa. 207 ilikuwa dialogue. Wenye walikufiwa na wakufi hawakukompensetiwa. Ikakuja na hiyo generation ni dialogue ya wanasiasa. Raundi vijana tumeamua, na hii ni wito kwa vijana wote Kenya nzima, tushikane mkono, tuende pamoja. When the cause is gine, oh, thank you. When our cause is just, thank you Jesus. Ya mwisho nikimalizia, hatutaogopa. Tuko na njia mbili. Njia ya kwanza ni dialogue. Na hiyo dialogue ni sisi tunakaa kwa hiyo dialogue. Sio wanasiasa, sio makanisa, sio kina nani. Vijana tunakaa kwa hiyo dialogue sababu hawa watu wamemaliza muda wao. Ni wakati wetu vijana. Ya pili, ikisindikana dialogue ya ginene ya dialogue. Ikisindikana dialogue, barabara, maandamano. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Yes, please. Yes. Thank you so much. You're from Daily Nation, right? You're from Daily Nation, right? Thank you. As the dialogue is called, it's called intergenerational dialogue. To me, it's a dialogue between the generations. It's not it's a dialogue between the generations. So what we are saying is, because largely here we are Gen Zs and millennials. So as a generation of Gen Zs and millennials, we will sit down as Gen Zs and millennials, identify our issues, identify our possible solutions to those issues as a generation. Raila, or the political class as their own generation also, will sit on their own accord, identify their own problems on their own accord. And then now from there is when they're talking about that conclave. So we can consider as a conclave of Gen Zs and millennials to discuss our own problems first, not politicians coming to discuss our problems for us. So basically that's what we are saying. We are in the same wavelength, just that now we are saying we want to do it differently. It's not a politician-led dialogue from within our generation. Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you. As you are aware, by definition, the word referendum just means engaging the people directly, not through the elected representatives. And the Supreme Court of Kenya, during the BBI decision, was very clear that if you want to have a referendum, if you want to engage the people, there's a 4-tier process in which you go about it. There is the public participation, which takes the civic engagement. It will have to go to the public barazas. It will have to go to civic education before now we go into a referendum. So we just say at the grassroots level, the first 3-tier processes, we will do it on our own accord. Then now when we reach to a point whereby now we want to have a fusion of the ideas across the generations, is when now we will engage with the decision makers who are politicians for that matter. Thank you. We have already started actually, and as VAR we started in March. We started in March setting up this association of thought leaders. Having the fourth estate here today is part of the starting. So maybe after here now we will be issuing a call to action, which basically will outline the next steps that we will be taking towards the creation of the viable alternative republic. When our cause is just,
conquer we must.
when our cause is just,
Conquer we must.
allow me to introduce the next person to speak, unless the fourth estate have another question. Are you satisfied, sir? Thank you.
When our cause is just,
Conquer we must.
when our cause is just,
Conquer we must.
part of our ideas as the VAR is to care for each other. So we are here. I'm Kimberly Grace from the University of Nairobi, and I'm here to agitate for our grievances. As university students, we face high accommodation fee, which makes our women students or our youths to go and stay outside school. This makes them predators or prey towards the femicide, and also their security is at risk. And another issue we face is the mental health. In the universities, most of the lecturers are not paid. They go for strike, and as it is well said, let Caesar be given what it belongs to him. May the lecturers be paid in time so that students can get their marks and graduate earlier enough. And also among the problems we face is delays of help. May the in-charge body disburse help in time so that students can get their help in time and sustain their stay in school. And also another problem students face, they are unable to acquire basic needs such as food and shelter, which makes them very uncomfortable during their studies. When our cause is just,
Conquer we must.
Thank you.
Fellow Kenyans, particularly the youth, my name is Kibet Jared Kosgei. I am a lawyer and a communications coordinator in Team VR 3738. Today, as Team VR 3738, we are welcoming the move of intergenerational conclave by a statesman, Raila Amolo Odinga. This intergenerational conclave is geared towards ensuring that the youth are at the center of governance and socio-economic discourse in this country. I'm asking the youth, are we to plunge this country into anarchy by endless protests without a definite conclusion? Or are we to exercise our patriotic gear and participate in a dialogue which, in the aftermath of June 25th, 2024 protest, was called by President William Ruto that we should engage in dialogue? I remember at that time, we had no platforms as the youth of this country. We had no platforms to represent us in that dialogue with the president. But right now, VR 3738 is a platform, a youth-led media platform, which is ready to engage with the rest of the Kenyans in the intergenerational conclave. One thing I'm asking the youth, a very big question: what is our alternative plan to shake the status quo of governance in Kenya? The next thing, which has been reinforced by my previous speakers, is that this process should be guided by the youth, because we are civic conscious. We are much civic conscious as a country. I remember when the late senior counsel Firoz Ndoroji was asked why he represented Kenyans during the operation in times of President, the late Daniel Toroitich arap Moi, and he was saying, history is for the record, that we are here for the record. As VR, we are here for the record, that history will judge us one day fairly. We don't want to be like Martin Niemöller, who in 1945, after being released 8 years, he said, had I spoken, then a country could not have plunged into anarchy. He said, I was not a socialist, I did not speak. Because I was not a trade unionist, I did not speak. But because of my complicitness in the face of oppression, this is where the country went to. Kenyans, fellow youth, I'm asking you, let's engage in this dialogue. And finally, I'm asking us also that we should not be hijacked, our movement should not be hijacked by politicians with selfish interest. May God bless Kenya. May God bless all of us. Thank you so much for your attention.